What about berberine as a replacement or an alternative to GLP-1, a natural one? If you follow this type of information, you've probably seen some big accounts and some bigger functional medicine, natural medicine type influencers talking about berberine, and they usually are selling or have partnered with a company or are kind of promoting the one that they trust, right? So let's just talk about it. First of all, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an herbalist, and I am a certified nutrition coach. I help with habits, diet, all of that. So this is just my opinion. It is not meant for any kind of medical advice. But I do have a pretty extensive background in holistic nutrition, over 20 years, worked in the supplement industry, worked in the herbs industry, and I will tell you, I learned a lot about the way herbs are meant to be used. And when we talk about berberine, or we talk about these things as being a natural alternative, they're not talking about the fact that plants are medicine and they aren't a very well regulated form of medicine, and they aren't one size fits all. So berberine, for example, does a few things. It is antimicrobial, so it can throw off your gut microbiome, which can lead to other long-term problems. It can also affect certain liver enzymes, which can influence the way certain medications may or may not be processed through your body. So if you have these certain medications may not process well, they might not work the same way, and these influencers, and some of them even being doctors, are not talking about that, which is very, very, very important. And this isn't the only herb or natural product that has side effects like this. A lot of them are meant to be used, or historically with herbalism, used short term in very specific situations, in very specific ways. A lot of times like a medicine. So this is just my don't trust everything you see people saying. An herb, a vitamin, a natural supplement, just because it's one of those things does not mean it's safe, does not mean that it's without side effect, and does not mean that it is effective. I have severe insulin resistance. Many, many years ago, I looked into berberine. I talked to my holistic, natural-minded, functional medicine doctor, and he said there were very specific situations where he thought that berberine worked really well for his patients. Now, again, this was years ago, so maybe his thought would be different now, but he said, men had a little bit better time with it, maybe saw some metabolism benefits, things like that, but typically women with metabolic issues didn't see much. I did still try it. I did use it for maybe, I think it was a few months, to see blood sugar, things like that. I didn't notice anything. I used a good high quality one. Again, that doesn't mean it's not going to work for somebody. But my whole message here is that when you have someone come on and say, use this instead of this, and they just happen to be selling it, and they fail to let you know other information, I find that to be super frustrating. So again, this isn't the only product. This isn't the only natural supplement. There are other tons of things out there that people are like, this is great for autoimmune. This is great for thyroid. This is great for that. And it is so scary and so dangerous. I used to just be natural, vitamin supplements, anti-Western medicine. And I have had things in my life, a major surgery and some other things that have leaned me more towards an appreciation for Western medicine. Does that mean I think that it's a flawless industry and absolutely perfect? No. But I'm not going to let my mistrust for certain pieces of it stop me from utilizing tools that I have available to me that can improve my quality of life, that can improve my health. And that is what I use with Western medicine. It doesn't mean I don't use natural products as well. I'm just more critical than I used to be, because not only is Western medicine a big money maker, guess what else is a big money maker? Natural medicine, holistic medicine, which I'm pretty sure I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure it's a higher moneymaker than even Western medicine. That's how huge these supplements and all these things are. And so again, when you have an influencer on there saying, use this instead of a GLP-1, telling you to go against this advice that you may have gotten from your doctor and use this product that they share instead, just think super, super critically about that, and obviously do your own research. Look into what type of enzymes and what type of side effects it has, and make an informed choice, just like you should with a GLP-1. Berberine is natural. It doesn't mean that it's safer. It doesn't mean that it's without side effects, and it doesn't mean it's better.